Have you ever seen a child innocently admit something they weren't supposed to? What happened? I work as a cashier at this busy grocery store downtown. Most days are pretty routine until last Tuesday when this mom came through my line with her 6-year-old daughter sitting in the cart. The little girl was chattering nonstop while her mom unloaded groceries. Normal kid stuff about wanting candy and asking why broccoli exists. But then she said something that made my blood freeze. "Mommy, why do we always buy so much food when daddy thinks we don't have money?" The mom's face went white. She quickly shushed her daughter and started fumbling with her wallet, clearly embarrassed. But the little girl kept going. "Yesterday, daddy was crying on the phone saying we might lose our house. But you bought 3 purses this week and that expensive wine." I pretended to focus on scanning items, but I could see the mom getting more panicked. She was buying like $200 worth of groceries, including organic everything and fancy cheese that costs more than my lunch. The daughter continued innocently. "And why does daddy sleep in the garage now?" He says it's because mommy needs space, but Tommy's mom says people only sleep in garages when they're getting divorced. This kid was completely oblivious to what she was revealing. She was just talking the way kids do, connecting dots that adults try to keep separate. The mom was practically shaking now, shoving items into bags as fast as possible. "Sweetie, we don't talk about family business with strangers," she whispered harshly, but her daughter wasn't done. "Oh, and daddy doesn't know about the money grandma gives you every week. You said it's our secret and we can't tell him because he'd get mad and maybe leave forever." I looked up at the mom, who was now crying silently while trying to pay. Her card got declined twice before a different one finally worked. As they were leaving, the little girl waved at me and said, "Bye, nice lady. Mommy says we might not be able to buy groceries here much longer because daddy lost his job and we have to pretend we're poor now." The mom grabbed her daughter's hand and practically ran toward the exit, but not before I heard her hiss, "Stop talking right now or you'll get us both in trouble." That night, I couldn't stop thinking about what I'd witnessed. This woman was clearly getting money from her mother while letting her husband believe they were broke. Meanwhile, he's probably working himself to death trying to figure out how to support his family. 3 days later, they came back. This time it was just the dad with his daughter. He looked exhausted, like he hadn't slept in weeks. His clothes were wrinkled and he kept checking his phone like he was waiting for job interview calls. He bought the cheapest version of everything, store-brand cereal instead of name brand, ground beef instead of the steaks his wife had been buying. The little girl looked confused. "Daddy, why can't we get the good snacks anymore? Mommy always buys the expensive crackers." He knelt down to her level and said softly, "We need to be careful with money right now, princess. Maybe next month we can get the fancy stuff again." She nodded seriously, then said, "But mommy told me grandma's money is just for mommy things, like her purses and wine. She said it's not for boring stuff like groceries and daddy's feelings." The dad's face went through about 5 different emotions: confusion, realization, anger, then this deep sadness that made me want to cry. He paid with exact change, counting out crumpled bills and quarters. As they walked away, I heard him say quietly, "Princess, we're going to have a talk with mommy when we get home." The little girl skipped beside him, completely unaware that she'd just blown up her parents' marriage with her innocent honesty about secret money and garage sleeping arrangements. I never saw any of them again after that day.